Today we are talking about one simple but very important key to help you hit the ball farther and to help you become more accurate off of the tee box. And we're talking today about centerness of contact, where you strike the ball on your club face. At what point? On the toe, in the center, on the heel. You know, it has a big influence on ball speed, how fast the ball jumps off of the club, and also how much spin is produced, okay, on the ball. And with drivers, remember, we don't want a whole lot of spin with our drivers. We want to try to keep that spin rate down so we can optimize the distance, and so when it does hit the ground, it rolls forward. It doesn't want to just land and sit softly. We want to get that extra 10, 15, 20 yards of roll due to very little spin on the ball. You know, with drivers are built differently than irons. You know, with drivers, they have a lot more mass behind the face, behind the club face here. You know, irons, all the mass is pushed towards the front of the club face. We're very close to the club face itself. So with drivers, when you have all this mass behind the face, the center of gravity is pushed farther back. So on your off-center hits, when that center of gravity is pushed farther back, on your off-center hits, if you hit it off the toe, it's actually going to produce hook spin. Or if you hit it off the heel, it's going to produce slice spin. So if you're a player who has a tendency to slice the ball a great amount, you know, and you don't realize that you're hitting it on the heel more oftentimes than not, then you could cut a lot of your spin or cut a lot of your slice spin out of your shot just by focusing on creating a centerness of contact hit. I'm going to show you a chart just to help you understand how important it is to hit the center of the club face. I'm going to bring up a chart here and I'll explain a little bit more.
Okay, I just wanted you to take a look at this chart just to see how influential hitting it on the center of the face really is. The middle box is impact point effect on ball speed, and the bottom box is the impact point effect on spin rate. And on the ball speed, it's equated through miles per hour. For every mile per hour of ball speed is 3 yards in distance. So as you work your way around that club face, you can see how you lose quite a bit of ball speed. Like for instance, if you go down to the lower right, which would be the lower part of the heel, the bottom heel part of the club, if you have a tendency to hit that a lot, you know, you're losing up to 9 miles per hour of ball speed, which is going to equate in about 27 yards loss of distance. And if you go down to the bottom box, the spin rate, remember with the driver we don't want too much spin because we want to get that ball rolling once it hits the ground. If I go down to that same position, the lower part of the heel, the bottom right corner, which is the low point, that's the heel of the club, you're adding almost 800 revolutions of spin per minute. So you're adding a lot of spin and you're losing ball speed. So that equates to a big loss of distance, and you're going to lose accuracy because the more spin you produce, you're going to turn those fades into slices, or you're going to turn those draws into hooks. Okay, so I just wanted to take a look at that chart. It's a good one to check back in with once in a while. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at, you know, how you can check yourself and a drill to help you become more consistent on hitting the center of the face.
Alright, so to test yourself, there's a couple different things that you can do to see where you're hitting it on the club face. Number one is you can grab some face tape. We have face tape here at the club, so feel free to ask any one of us for it. We'll help you out with that. Basically, face tape is like a sticker. You just put it right on the center of your club face. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do is hit about 6 or 7 shots with it and see if a pattern develops. See if you're hitting it on the toe more, if you're hitting it in the center, or if you're hitting it on the heel more often. You know, just to see where your tendencies are. Okay, the second thing that you can do is keep your eye on the ball speed measurement here in the golf simulators. It's a measurement here on the lower left-hand part of the screen in gold numbers. I'll hit a shot and I'll explain more about that. Alright, so just to show you where I hit it on the face, I hit it more towards the heel of the club. Pretty level with the center of the face, but I was off about a whole ball to the inside. And okay, so take a look at the ball speed on the lower hand left of the screen, 156.2 miles per hour. So, if I'm working on centeredness of contact, just by off-center, just by hitting it off-center that much, I probably lost up to 3 or 4 miles per hour of ball speed. So, remember, for every mile per hour of ball speed, okay, that you lose, you're losing up to 3 yards of distance. So, if I'm playing or practicing and I see that ball speed number start to fluctuate a lot, up and down, quite drastically, that's telling us that we're probably hitting it on the perimeter of the club. We're not hitting it on the center of the face that much. Okay, so that's a great data measurement to keep your eye out for. So now, what can you do, to help you create better contact on the center of the face? And it's a very simple drill. It's called the gate drill. I've set up 2 tees right outside the tee where the ball goes right here, and it's about the width of the driver, a little bit wider than the width of the driver, and you're just going to hit shot after shot, and you're going to try to go right through that gate without hitting any one of those tees right there. Okay, if you can do that, you're going to have a really good chance of hitting it on the center of the club face. And you can do this with irons as well. Just put those 2 tees right outside, okay, the width of your club or your iron, and just hit more shot after shot. And if you can hit through that gate, okay, there's a good chance that you're going to be striking the center of the face. So, there's a lot of things that go into, why you would be not hitting it on the center of the face, but if we can develop a drill to help train our hands and to train our body into hitting it more in the center, okay, it's only going to help you create more consistency, more power, and better accuracy. So try that out next time you're in here in the Golf Learning Center, and I know it's going to help you increase your distance and help you with your accuracy as well.